All right, we're back. We got a little Thomas Dolby on the radio. Our Sarnia radio station, Sarnia, Canada. They're just right across the river here, so brings back some memories from old high school days. Messing with the batteries here. We've run both of them through, and to be honest, they're good to 45 minutes. I wouldn't run them any longer than 45 minutes. So we're going to be swapping these batteries out quite a bit. Something I'm not really used to with the Enduro. Yeah, the batteries are bigger, and these are 2200 amp hours. The ones we got on the Enduro are 7,000 and 8 or 9, 10,000. The big battery you can run a whole practice day. You don't even need to bother with it. I mean, you could go out and run it all day long. These here, I had this is the balance charge portion of the charger, where you plug the little balance port in, and I'll show you this in just a minute, into the 4S. Plug this in, and we kept getting a connection issue. It's like it wasn't like there was no connection. Obviously, the let me see if I can get you down a little lower. Let's put you on the bearing right here. Now I can get. I gotta put my glasses on. Using a little science. We set the gauge here, and I'll set it so you can see it. You know what? Let me turn the light on here and give you a little better light too. Science. Okay. All right. So there we go. There's the. Let's put the juice here so we can get it straight up and down. I don't know if you can you see those numbers there, folks? I hope you can. Now we can touch any one of these. Obviously, the black and the red are going to black, and black to red will give us a voltage. Now, this is the battery, the second battery. I haven't charged this one yet. It's reading 12.3. And what you can do is stay on the, and we can check each cell. 2.8. 2.8. Watch this. 2.8, this one here, it was stronger before. 3.0. So we'll get off of this one, we go back and we'll, in real time, we'll go ahead and show you how we're doing this one here. Keep your eye on the old gauge there. This is on the charger, and it's cool because as this is running the water pump, I can test the load capacity of the battery at any time as well. We're 15.8. The charger says 16.0. We'll go cell by cell. 3.8. Here it's. She's fluttering there between 3.7 and 3.8. 3.8. These were all even. 3.7, 3.7, 3.8, 3.7, 3.8. So this first battery seems to, sorry about that, seems to have better balance than this one here. This one here's got this one cell. Seems to be a little stronger than the rest. I'm going to try it on this balance charger and see if we, on the balance portion, and see if we don't get, something different than this first one saying connectivity issue, or that means it's not. If I was to pull one of these off, you'd get that signal here. Don't know why. This worked perfectly for Johnny's batteries, which I believe it was on the 6-cell plug. This one's on the 4. Just doesn't, it wouldn't charge that way. So I'm charging it the old-fashioned way and keeping my eye on each cell to make sure that they stay in balance. 4.2, where's the instructions? Here's the Chinese instructions. 4.2 would be full charge. Right here. We strongly suggest you use balanced charger when every cell charges to 4.2 volts. The battery is fully charged. So, we'll do the best we can. If this doesn't work, we can go to RC shop and get another one of these, or even have them test it, you know, or something. Well, again, I'm not an electrical guy, so I wouldn't know. I'm sure this thing's got a setting on here that'll test that to make sure that whatever's going in here is showing up out here. I ain't got the first clue on how to do it, and you know what? I don't want to learn. I don't want to learn electricity. I'm too old. I've had a 60th birthday, remember? So here we are. We're running on 1 amp, and it said this thing here had end voltage 16.8, so it's going to run 4S. That's us. Capacity cutoff at 5,000 milliamps. Safety timer on 120 minutes. I'm going to guess, wild guess, that it's going to go 2 hours. And then watch this. There's what would be the voltage in each cell if this thing was hooked up. That's how you could watch it charge. I kind of explained this in the other video. Again, this worked on Johnny's big jumbo batteries for his big cooling fans. Don't know why it's not working now. When this thing starts up, you push enter and hold it when you get it to the setting that you want, right? It's going to be on LiPo. It's going to be at 1 amp. It's going to be for a 14.8 battery. You push this and hold it, and it usually goes beep, 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 and it'll say battery check, and it makes sure that it's hooked up and that the battery isn't hooked up wrong. If it's hooked up wrong, it'll say connectivity issue. Or in this instance, for some reason, it wasn't working. But the beeping noise is very, very faint. I don't know if it's because it's on this old towel here or what. It used to get real hot. I mean hot, man, when doing the nickel metal hydride batteries that are for the laydown, right? So I don't know why it gets warm. It's warm on the bottom, but it isn't hot like it was. Now, I don't know. It's maybe just because it's on 1 amp. I'm going to charge this one at 2 amps. 2 amps, from my history and experience and knowledge with these rechargeable batteries, RC type batteries, 2 amps, you really don't ever want to go more than 2 amps. This does have a LiPo quick charge setting. Maybe we'll try that and see what happens, but we are going to need, if they only run for a half hour, 45 minutes, and then we swap batteries, we go out and run another half hour, we're going to need another battery. We can't wait 2 hours for a battery to charge because we'll be sitting around twiddling our thumbs. Now, right before lunch break to right after lunch break at a track, okay, but the rest of the day that's not acceptable. So I'm already starting to think I'm probably going to, I only spent $36 on both these batteries. $36. China. So I'm already thinking I'm going to have to make room up here for a bigger battery, right? We'll probably have to end up trimming out the back of this thing and maybe even removing these, you know, because we can always zip tie the thing down or put Velcro in a zip tie, whatever. But I'm already thinking ahead that what we got will get us through the first track day. But it's not ideal. It's certainly not ideal. At that rate, half an hour, 45 minutes max, right? 45 minutes, and it still had a running voltage of, I didn't check running voltage on the first battery, the one we're charging. I only did it on the second one. Running voltage at 42 minutes in on this second battery, it had 14.2 volts. So, and then a few minutes later, at 46 minutes, it had a running loaded voltage of 13.5. But shortly after that, 48, 49 minutes, so 2 to 3 minutes later, it went 12.8 running, and then 11.1, which was not pushed. The water was not flowing as fast as it did when it was running at 14.6 or whatever. So useful time is right around 45 minutes. Anything more than that, and if the flow will slow down, you'll probably see a temperature rise, water temperature rise in it. So, track day, you're never gonna run more than a half hour. I mean, eventually I'm gonna want to do like a simulated race run. Eventually, probably not the first weekend though. We got to shake things down. We got new brakes to bed in, rotors and pads, right? I mean, a bunch of new things, completely new to me and new to the kart. So we'll probably go with this. We're going to see if we can get a battery to fully charge at 2 amps or on the quick charge. They stay relatively balanced, and we can get it to charge up in, say, an hour at the most. Then maybe we'll stay with this setup. If not, we're going to need probably a 4500 battery, minimum 5,000 milliamps, fully, a little more than double the output of this thing. 2200. Yeah, I don't know. These are for drones and stuff. That's why they're small and lightweight. This is what Daniel Barth uses on his Chinese water pump, and he said he gets an hour and a half out of them. I don't see it, but there you go. We're into charging. As you can see, we went ahead and relocated and reinstalled the e-box in the position it needs to be, according to our buddy, the lawnmower man, Sean Swess, and we're ready to go. We didn't really have to redo much of the leads or anything. Everything's still out of the way. Everything's still more than enough of it to rotate in both directions. I showed you how we got the speedo working, so at this point we can start working on the radiator, because we're really done with the water for now. I mean, we'll charge batteries and keep running them down, but that's it. Maybe we'll bring you some radiator tomorrow, show you what's going on. I'll probably start with a template today and then call it, because it's already 6 o'clock. 6:03. Wife on her way home. Yeah, that's it. Rich be over hopefully tomorrow, maybe Sunday, and we'll get this thing running for y'all, and you can hear what the awesome power of the Vortex RVS, the old RPM special. She's been good to me. That motor went 2 minutes and 3 seconds, 2:03.5, 2:03 dead at Daytona. It's a good motor. We're going to surprise some people, I think, up there in April. All right, hang in here, y'all. We're praying for you.